Hello students, I Amol Sharma once again welcome you all in DSCJ's home classes, a digital initiative by Directorate of School Education. Students, once again I am with you with a new topic, and our today's topic is one of the important topic of writing portion of grammar. Our today's topic is letter writing. In this topic, we will study how to write an effective and attracting letter. But before proceeding to the format of letter, let us discuss what a letter is. As you all are familiar with the word letter, in our earlier times, we used to communicate with our friends and relatives through the letter. हम अपने पहले जो थे आज से कुछ सालों पहले हम जो अपने रिलेटिव के साथ अपने दोस्तों के साथ पत्रों के द्वारा चिट्ठियों के द्वारा हम कम्युनिकेट करते थे बट नाउ द सिस्टम हैज बीन चेंज्ड. The latter is the written form of communication which specifically addresses the person or a firm. Letter writing is an indispensable activity of human society. However, in the present times, with the boom in methods of communication, many of us don't have the time or the inclination or the temperament and the art to write letters. So telephone, fax and email have replaced the personal or you can say informal letters. However, formal letters are still in vogue. Commerce, trade, official correspondence, public representation, complaints and other dealings, transactions and communications with the people are still conducted through letters. तो जैसे कि मैंने आपको बताया कि जो रिलेटिव्स को जो हम लेटर्स लिखते थे अब हम उसकी जगह मैसेज कर देते हैं, हम ईमेल करते हैं. लेकिन ऑफिस में आज भी हम लेटर्स का इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं क्योंकि इससे एक रिकॉर्ड रहता है हमारे पास, एक रिटन रिकॉर्ड कि ऑफिस के थ्रू कौन सा नोटिस निकला है या कौन सी लेटर हमने भेजी है, क्या काम हुए हैं क्या नहीं हुआ है. So after that, let us see the classification of letters. Now we usually classify the letters into two main categories. One is the formal letter and another is the informal letter. Formal letters are also called as official letters. They are written to the officers, editors, school heads, head of the institution, to that business letters. They all come under the formal. On the other hand, informal letters are written to the friends or relatives. जो हम अपने दोस्तों को रिश्तेदारों को लिखते हैं वो हो गई हमारी इनफॉर्मल लेटर्स, और ऑफिशियल लेटर्स जो है वो फॉर्मल लेटर है. सो वी विल डिस्कस ईच ऑफ देम देयर फॉर्मेट one by one, that what a formal letter is and what an informal letter is. So first of all, let us see what a formal letter is. A formal letter is one written in a formal and ceremonious language and follows a certain stipulated format. Such letters are written for official purposes to authorities, dignitaries, colleagues, seniors, etc., and not to the personal contacts, friends, or family. These kinds of letters are precise and contain certain objectives. A formal letter must follow some rules. Mean the official letters are written to the authorities or dignitaries. They are not written to the friends or families. और ये letter जो हैं they should be precise and it should contain certain objective. No irrelevant material should be there. And while writing a formal letter, we must follow some rules. There is a specific pattern for the formal letter. So we should stick to that very format. Now, before proceeding to the format, let us see what are the various components or the various parts of a letter. हम पहले देखते हैं फॉर्मेट से पहले कि इसमें लेटर में हमारे कौन कौन से पार्ट्स हैं या कौन कौन से हम कंपोनेंट्स या हेडिंग्स हैं जो हमें देखनी है कि हमें लिखनी है और उनके ऊपर हमें खास ध्यान रखना है. Very first is sender's address. At the top of the letter, it is mandatory to mention your address. This will allow the receiver to reply the letter to the mentioned address. The address should be complete and accurate in case the recipient of the letter wishes to get in touch with the sender for further communication. So at the top, you need to write your address. Sender's address means the person who is writing the letter. He should write his address so that the recipient, the person who is going to receive that letter, find it easy to communicate with you. He should not find any trouble to find out your address. So address should be there. After that, you need to write the date, and date should be in expanded form, not in short form. That is like 29th May 2020. After that date, you need to write the receiver's address, mean the address of the person to whom you are writing the letter. After leaving some space, write the receiver's address on the left side of the page. Whether to write to above the address depend upon the writer's preference. Make sure you write the official title, name, position, etc. of the receiver as the first line of the address. Now, while writing the address, it is not always compulsory to write to. It depend upon the writer's preference. But one thing you made very sure you need to keep in mind that at the very first line of the receiver's address should contain his official title, his or her official title. Suppose I am writing a letter to the bank manager for some complaint. So first of all, the first line of should be my address, that is receiver's address, should be to the manager. और it should be the title, मतलब कि आप जिसको लिख रहे हो तो उसका डेजिग्नेशन क्या है आपने वो लिखना है. जैसे आप स्कूल में लिखते हो टू द प्रिंसिपल, द हेडमास्टर, ऐसे द पोस्ट ऑफिसर, द सुपरिटेंडेंट ऑफ पुलिस, द सैनिटरी इंस्पेक्टर. इस तरह से उसकी सबसे पहले आपने उसका डेजिग्नेशन लिखना है. आफ्टर दैट यू नीड टू राइट द एड्रेस ऑफ his office. This is the receiver's address. After that, salutation. It is the greeting part. It is represented as dear ma'am, sir, to whomsoever you are writing. It addresses the individual to whom the letter is written. But bear in mind that it is a formal letter, so the greeting must be respectful and not too personal. The general greeting used in form letter are sir or madam or respected sir or respect ma'am. If you know the name of the person, the salutation may also be Mr. XYZ or Miss ABC. But remember, you cannot address them only by their first name. It must be the full name or only their last name. Now, as we know that whenever we meet someone, we usually wish them either say good morning or good evening. Similarly, while writing the letter, the first thing is to wish the person, to greet the person to whom you are writing a letter. Since it is a formal letter, so you should write like dear sir, dear madam, or respected sir, or respected ma'am. And if you know the name of the person, you can also write like Mr. ABC or Miss ABC. Suppose I am writing a letter to Amol Sharma. So I am writing a letter, a formal letter. So I can write Mr. Amol Sharma or Mr. Sharma, but not Mr. Amol. So you cannot write the first letter, only the first name. You either write the full name or only the last name. Either write Mr. Amol Sharma or Mr. Sharma, not Mr. Amol. After that, there is the subject. After the salutation comes the subject of the letter. In the center of the line, write subject followed by a colon. Then we sum up the purpose of writing the letter in one line. This helps the receiver focus on the subject of the letter in one glance. As we already discussed in email, that subject is very important. Similarly, in a letter, subject is also very important, because from the subject, the person will come to know that for what purpose you have written that letter. So subject should be, you can say that it should summarize your whole letter. कि सब्जेक्ट देख के ही पर्सन को पता चल जाएगा कि वो लेटर जो है वो किस चीज के बारे में है. It should be in a single line and it should be precise or specific to that. Yeah, you can say that it should give the idea to the person that what for what you have written that letter, कि आपने वो letter किस चीज के लिए लिखी हुई है. After that, body. A person can extend the concern of the letter in the body content. Informal letters contain one or two body content paragraph, while formal letter can contain more than two paragraphs. The purpose of the letter should be made clear in the first paragraph itself. The tone of the content should be formal. Do not use any flowery SMS or WhatsApp language. Another point to keep in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point. And always be respectful and considerate in your language, no matter the subject of your letter. So body part, that is a content part, you can divide it into 2 or 3 paragraphs depending upon your requirement. But you need to make one thing very clear. The purpose of letter should be clear in very first paragraph. You should not use any flowery language or SMS language. And one more thing that you should keep in mind, that your letter should be to the point. And moreover, since you are writing this letter to some officer, so you should always be respectful in your words, in your language, whatever the subject of your letter is, but you should be respectful to during the whole letter. After that, closing the letter. The closing of letter have set format like yours sincerely, yours faithfully, yours truly, any other synonym. You can close it by writing these words like yours sincerely or yours truly. And after that, there is the signature. Here finally you sign your name and then write your name in block letters beneath the signature. This is how the recipient will know who is sending the letter. So finally, you need to sign the letter, but from signature, someone may not know that who has written that letter. So you need to mention your name in block letters beneath the signature so that recipient will come to know that who has written that letter. So these are the parts of the formal letter, or you can say the components of a formal letter. So let's see the format of formal letter. So at the top, there is a sender's address, mean the person who is writing the letter, then leave a space. After that, date in correct format. And after that, you need to write the receiver's address and the first line. Be careful, first line should be the designation or the official title of the person. Then leave a blank line. After that, you need to write the subject, which should be summarize the whole letter, that it should be a single line. After that, body of the letter, that is content part, which you can divide into 2 or 3 paragraphs. Then complimentary closing like yours faithfully, yours truly, and then sender's name in the person who is writing the letter. So it is the format of formal letter. तो I hope कि आपको समझ में आ गया होगा कि फॉर्मल लेटर के कौन कौन से कंपोनेंट है और क्या उसका फॉर्मेट है. Now let's discuss कि हम यूजुअली हम देखते हैं कि हम स्कूल में एप्लीकेशंस लिखते हैं प्रिंसिपल्स को, हेडमास्टर्स को. अगेन दैट इज अ काइंड ऑफ फॉर्मल लेटर, मीन इट इज अ फॉर्मल एप्लीकेशन. So let's take the example of our day-to-day life. Well, let us consider an application. Write an application to your headmaster for scholarship. Now, first of all, you need to write your address, and if you are not writing your address, so it is better to write examination hall and the place of your examination hall. Just like I have written examination hall Nagrota Gujru Kathua. Then date and then the recipient address. The first line is the title of the official, that is the headmaster. After that, the office address. The headmaster, Government Middle School, Nagrota Gujru. Then salutation, and after that subject. Application for scholarship. So from this subject, the headmaster will come to know that for what you have written that application, कि आपने वो application किस चीज के लिए लिखी है. तो आपको मैंने बताया कि आप subject से ही आपका पता लग जाना चाहिए कि वो application किस चीज की है, तो इसलिए subject जो आपने carefully लिखना है. Now you can divide the letter into 2 or 3 paragraphs. In first paragraph, you have to specify the theme of your letter, that why you have written that application. After that, you can discuss your problem and then concluding paragraph. With due respect, I beg to say that I am the student of 7th standard of your school. I belong to a weaker section of society. The financial condition of my family is not good. Sir, my school fee is 1,000 per month, but I am unable to pay 1,000 per month because of financial issues. This is your first paragraph. This is the theme for you have written that letter कि आपने वो letter क्यों लिखी हुई है. My past record shows that I am good student of your school. I have always scored high percentage of marks in all subjects. I am very hardworking and dedicated student. All the teachers appreciate me. I have been active in other extracurricular activities. I have won the first prize in state level quiz contest. I took away the first prize in junior essay writing competition of our school. I have been very punctual in school. I am a sincere and hardworking student. I have been paying my fee on time, but recently my family is going through financial crisis. Now, in this paragraph, you have mentioned that why you want that scholarship and why you deserve that scholarship. Now, the reason behind asking for your scholarship, you can also write that my father is a shopkeeper. He earns 8,000 per month. He has a large family and he is the only earner of the family. 1 month ago, we had huge loss in our business. He has many liabilities, so he cannot pay 1,000 fee per month. In such a situation, it is becoming difficult for me to continue my study, which is beyond our means. I have a childhood dream to be a doctor and serve the society. I am keenly interested to continue my studies. Therefore, I request you to kindly waive the fees and grant me scholarship. I am confident you would certainly be kind enough to grant me scholarship. I will be thankful to you. So this is how to conclude the application. After that, that is the signing off. That is your subscription. Yours obediently, Rakesh Kumar, name and class section. So in this way, you can write the formal application or your formal letter. कि आप स्कूल में प्रिंसिपल्स को या हेडमास्टर्स को या किसी को भी हेड ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन को एप्लीकेशन लिखनी हो तो आप ये फॉर्मेट जो है फॉर्मल लेटर का इस तरह से फॉलो करोगे. आई होप कि आपको फॉर्मल लेटर्स का फॉर्मेट क्लियर हो गया होगा विद दिस एग्जांपल. After that, moving to the next part, that is the informal letter. Informal letters are written to close acquaintances of the writer, their friends, family, and relatives. Since they are written to close relations, the letters have an informal and personal tone. Casual language is used while writing informal letters, and sometimes the letters may even have an emotional undertone. Informal letters are mainly used for personal communication, so they do not have to follow any specific pattern, format, or conventions. They can be written as per the writer's wishes and the requirement of the situation. So I have already told you that informal letters are written to the friends or the relatives. That is the person who are very close to you. So while writing these letters, you need not to specific you can use the short words, or you can use the SMS language, or even you can have an emotional undertone. So there is no specific pattern for this informal letter that can be that again that it is written as per the writer's wish, but still we do have some in format of informal letter. But before seeing that format, let's discuss the components of informal letters as we have studied the components of formal letter. तो हम फॉर्मेट से पहले हम देख लेते हैं कि इनफॉर्मल लेटर के भी पार्ट कौन कौन से हैं, कौन कौन से इसके कंपोनेंट हैं. Very first is the sender's address, mean the person who is writing that letter. So first thing is to write is your address. That is the address of the writer. The address should be accurate and complete. There is a comma after each line. There is a full stop at the end of the address. Even when writing to close friends or relatives, the address must be written so they can reply back to the letter with ease. If the recipient of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country as well as in the address. So similar is the case that of the formal letter, that you need to write your address so that the recipient could easily contact back you, easily reply back you. And moreover, if your friend is living in another country, then you should also write your country as well in the address. After that, date. So just below the address, we write the date. This will allow the reader to have a reference as to when the address was written. He can then relate better to understand the content of the letter. And you need to write the date so that the person could come to know that when you have written that letter. And one more thing, that date should be written in expanded form. And then the salutation and greeting part. And you need to greet that person to whom you are writing the letter. Now, since you know the person you are writing to, the greeting can be informal as well. If it is a friend or someone close to your age, you can greet them by their first name like dear X, dear A, dear B. Or if you are writing to your relative like your mother, father, uncle, aunt, etc., you may greet them as dear mom, dear father, dear uncle. So it all depend upon to whom you are writing the letter. Then the body part. Now, body part consists of 3 paragraphs. First is the introduction paragraph, and it is very important. The introductory paragraph sets the tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-being, or you may say that hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirits. The opening of informal letter should be casual and comforting. हम यूजुअली जब हम किसी को लेटर लिखते हैं अपने रिश्तेदार को, तो हम लिखते हैं वहां पे कि आशा करते हैं कि आप अपने स्थान पे ठीक होंगे, या आपको जब ये पत्र मिलेगा आप स्वस्थ होंगे. तो इस तरह से, ताकि एक कैजुअल वे में और किसी को जब वो लेटर पढ़े तो उसे प्लीजिंग लगे, कंफर्टिंग लगे कि पत्र लिखने वाला हमारा ख्याल रखता है, कि उसे अच्छा लगता है हमसे बात करके. Even for extending invitation, suppose you are inviting someone, then you may begin with, would you like to join me a trip to Manali or anywhere else? Or how about coming over to my place next weekend? Mean for inviting someone, you can use these lines. And if you are responding to invitation or accepting invitation, you can begin with, I would be glad to join you, or you can simply write, I would love to come over to your house. And for declining invitation, if you are declining some invitation, then you might begin with, although I would love to join you, I am sorry to say that I would not be able to make it. Or simply, I am sorry to inform you that I would not be able to join your party. Means your first paragraph should be very polite. It should have some good feeling on the recipient. If you are extending your invitations or declining invitation, you should be polite in your words. After that, body of the letter, that is the second paragraph, the letter overall should maintain a friendly tone, but you have to adjust the language and the wordings according to who you are writing to. With a friend, you can afford to be very casual and flippant even, but if you are writing to an elder relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. Again, that it depends upon to the person to whom you are writing a letter. If you are writing a letter to your friend, you can be very personal, you can be very casual. But if you are writing to someone elder relative, then you should use some respectful words. You must be respectful while writing the letter. and after that you need to conclude the letter, and in the conclusive paragraph some of the reason for writing the letter, that is summarize the letter and say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader. And do not forget to invite the reader to write back or reply to your letter. It shows an intention to keep the conversation going. तो इसलिए आपने जब लेटर क्लोज करनी है से अफेक्शनेट गुड बाय, और मोर ओवर कि उसे आपने लिखना है कि मैं आपके पत्र का इंतजार करूंगा, दैट आई विल वेट फॉर योर रिप्लाई। इससे क्या होगा कि उसको ये लगेगा कि इसने हमें पत्र कोई मजबूरी में नहीं लिखा है, कि ही वांट्स टू बी इन गुड रिलेशन विद मी। तो एक अच्छी इंटेंशन जो है वो आपकी शो होगी। आफ्टर दैट देयर इज सिग्नेचर। So there is no one way to sign off informal letters. Since that do not follow a strict format, you may sign off as you please. So commonly used phrases, these phrases you can use: lots of love, best wishes to you and your family, do write soon, I hope to hear from you soon. So pick the one that best suits the occasion and then simply sign your name below the greeting, और फिर अपना नाम आपने लास्ट में लिखना है। So these are the components of an informal letter. I hope कि आपको इसकी explanation हर एक की समझ में आ गई होगी। Then there is the format of informal letter. At the top again, that is the address of the writer, that is the sender's address, and after that leave a space, then date, which is should be in expanded form, then subscription or salutation, mean you need to greet that person, then content of the letters, that is the body of letter, which can usually you can divide into 2 or 3 paragraphs, and after that subscription including writer's name, mean that is yours lovely, yours affectionately, yours with lots of love, anything you can write that depend upon the occasion, and after that you need to write your name. So this is the format of informal letter. तो फॉर्मेट और कंपोनेंट्स दोनों फॉर्मल और इनफॉर्मल लेटर के आई होप कि आपको क्लियर हो गए होंगे कि ये क्या है। Then these are some tips, there are some tips for writing good letters. You need to keep these things in mind. That very first is be brief, clear and to the point. Use separate paragraphs for separate topics. The first para should indicate the theme of the letter. Make a factual statement of facts. Use simple and direct language. Avoid the use of long and high sounding words. And last but not the least, and very important and most important part of most important tip, you can say, while even while lodging a complaint or making criticism, you should be polite and charming. Mean you should always be polite while writing a letter, even while complaining against something or criticizing someone. But you should not lose your politeness. You should always be polite and charming. It will create a good impression on the reader. And then golden rule to get the good marks, you can say that always use suitable format. Content should be well organized and you should use appropriate language depending upon whether the letter is formal or informal, that whether the letter is being written to some officer or your friend or some elder. So these things you should keep in your mind. Then marking scheme. So again, it varies from board to board and from class to class, but usually we have 10 marks for letter writing, and that 10 marks are divided into format, content and expression. Format will be of 2 marks, then content, that is the main part, body part, it will give you 4 marks, and then your expression. Now let's discuss that what these format, content and expression mean. Format or layout, up to 2 marks may be deducted from not using proper layout, that is not for using proper format. What this format or layout include? It includes date, receiver's designation, address, salutation, subject, complimentary clause and designation of writer. And however, no marks are awarded for format alone if there is no content or the content is wrong. कि आप सिर्फ आप सोचो कि फॉर्मेट लिखेंगे और कंटेंट आपका गलत होगा कि आपको कुछ मार्क्स मिलेंगे, तो यू हैव नो चांस फॉर दैट। देन कंटेंट्स के जो मेन पार्ट है, it includes your creativity in presenting ideas which is relevant to the topic of the letter. The content of letter must be well organized to ensure clarity and effective communication. And the content is divided into 3 main parts. तो आपको बताया था कि जो आपने बॉडी है 3 पैराग्राफ में डिवाइड करनी है. First is the introductory part, then main part, and then concluding remarks. The introductory paragraph introduces the theme. We have already discussed that. The main part deals with the problem issue. It is the real content of the letter, and the closing part of body gives conclusion or offer suggestions. Means say for example, if you are writing some complaints to some officers, then in first paragraph the theme should be there, and in second paragraph you can write the what problems are being faced by you. इन आपको क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं वो आप सारा की जो भी आपके इश्यूज हैं वो आप लिख सकते हो, और थर्ड पैराग्राफ में आपने वैल्यूएबल कंक्लूजन निकाल के अगर इन केस आपके पास कोई वैल्यूएबल सजेशंस हैं तो वो आप वहां पे दे सकते हो. And in letters to editor, state the problem clearly. Try to present both sides of picture in case of discursive topic or one requiring argumentative presentation. Give the pros and cons of the situation. Always offer useful suggestion to overcome the problem. सपोज कि आप लेटर लिख रहे हो एडिटर को और कोई आर्गुमेंटिव टॉपिक है किसी चीज पे, आपको लगता है कि इसके कोई आर्गुमेंट्स आप कर सकते हो, लेकिन उसमें सिर्फ आपने उसके नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट ही नहीं देने हैं, उसके पॉजिटिव और नेगेटिव दोनों देने हैं. और इन केस अगर आपको लगता है तो यू कैन आल्सो गिव सम यूजफुल सजेशंस to overcome that very problem, to overcome that very situation. And finally, the expression of your letter. Fluency is your ability to present your ideas in a coherent and organized way. Before answering in the fair, you must prepare a rough draft and jot down your ideas. Accuracy involves grammatical correctness as well as structuring of your sentences. Your effort should not be used complex, long, and unwieldy sentences, but to present your content in simple, straightforward language. So before writing the letter, before posting it, you first write down in rough, you should have a rough draft of that letter कि पहले आप उसे rough में देख लीजिए ताकि उससे आपको पता चल जाए कि आपकी कोई grammatical mistake नहीं है. You should not use complex and long sentence. You should use simple and straightforward language. And after that, you can write that letter in fair. And after that, you can send it to the person to whom you want to send. So these are the content, expression, and the format layout, which will, if you follow these contents, if you follow this instruction, so ultimately you will rewarded with a good marks in examination. Now let's discuss some examples of the formal as well as informal letters. So let's write a letter to the editor of the newspaper complaining about the construction work on your locality in the middle of monsoon season, causing inconvenience to the people of your locality. So this is the formal letter. You are writing a letter to the editor. So since it is a formal letter, you need to stick to the format that we have already discussed. First, at the top is the sender's address, I mean the person who is writing the letter. Then date, that is in expanded form. After a space, there is the receiver's address, and the first line is its official letter. Now the Hindustan Times, Main Street and Chandigarh. This is his office. Then the salutation part, that is sir, and then there is a subject. Construction work in our locality during monsoon season causing our difficulties. So subject is very important and you need to summarize your letter in the subject. Then through the medium of your esteemed and respected daily, I wish to inform the municipal authorities of the problems the residents of my locality are facing due to the construction and repair work currently happening in our area. Monsoon season has started a few days ago and is compounding our problem. So in first paragraph, you have summarized the theme of your letter, and in second paragraph, you can explain your problem, that is what issues or what problems are being faced, and then there is a concluding paragraph. The repair work has been ongoing for 5 weeks and now is falling behind the schedule. And now with the current weather conditions, we are having persistent problems of water lodging and flooding in our area. Another worry is about the accidents that may occur due to the debris lying on the road. Disease caused due to water lodging are another one of our concerns. So these are the problems. Therefore, I wish to draw the attention of the concerned authorities with the help of your newspaper. Hopefully, you will be able to help us in drawing their attention and resolving the matter at the earliest. Then the concluding paragraph, then thanking you, yours sincerely, signature and your name. So this is how to write a formal letter. तो ये आपको एक example से मैंने बताया कि formal letter कैसे लिखते हैं. Now let's take the example of informal letter. Write a letter to your friend congratulating him on her success in class 12 board examination. Now you are writing to your friend, so it is an informal letter. Again, the sender's address at the top, then date, and then salutation. You can, here it is informal letter, so you can simply write the first name of your friend. And after that, from first paragraph, that is introductory paragraph, you need to express for what you are writing the letter. कि आपका इस paragraph से ही पता चल जाना चाहिए कि letter किस चीज की है. My happiness knew no bounds when I got to know that you have topped your school and achieved your dream. I felt so pleased that I wish I were there to congratulate you personally. So from these lines, the recipient will come to know that you are writing this letter for congratulating him on his or her brilliant success. The result has proved that hard work, determination, and perseverance bring good result. You were so laborious and passionate about it. I knew you were very nervous too, but I was always very confident that you would come out with flying colors. I apologize that I could not even attend the celebration party despite my wishes. Concluding paragraph. Hope to see you soon. Please be encouraged and continue your hard work. Your future is very bright. My parents and elder sister have sent lots of love and heartiest congratulations. With lots of love and best wishes, signing off note, yours lovingly Shika. So in this way you can write the informal letter. तो आई होप कि आपको ये समझ में आ गया होगा कि फॉर्मल लेटर और इनफॉर्मल लेटर किस तरह से लिखनी है, क्या इनके फॉर्मेट्स हैं. Now in case you have any doubt, then you do have my number, you can call me, you can message me. I will try to solve your problem at the earliest. And again I have said that, I have mentioned that you are advised to practice at home, because there is a well said proverb, practice makes the man perfect. So I hope I have made myself very clear to you. आपको ये सारा समझ में आ गया होगा. तो इसके बाद में आपको फिर एक नई वीडियो के साथ हम मिलेंगे. तब तक के लिए थैंक यू एंड हैव ए नाइस डे. स्टे होम, स्टे हैप्पी, स्टे हेल्दी.